Vagabond is a philosophical, a graphic, and a storytelling masterpiece. So yeah, we're starting off with the best experience I've had in the whole year, Vagabond. I genuinely just can't express the love I have for this manga, man. As my first read of the year, honestly, Vagabond hasn't been top so far. The only other series I could compare it to is Berserk, which is literally my favorite manga. If that doesn't speak volumes as to how good Vagabond is, I don't know what will. But I'm just going to try to explain a bit of what Vagabond is and why it's so great. Anyway, a quick disclaimer, forgive my pronunciation of these names, I'm not Japanese. But anyway, in Vagabond, we follow our main protagonist, Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary swordman, known in history, which I to be honest didn't really know about him until I read Vagabond. But still, he is a very well known historical figure. And the story revolves around his journey on the way of the sword. In other words, the way of the samurai. Musashi is an aspiring young ronin and vagabond who aspires to make a name for himself. It may sound basic at first, but trust me, once you start reading it, you realize it's not just a journey about strength. Which it is in a way, but it also focuses on other more complex themes, such as mental strength and conditioning, and one's true self. And in a way, that's what Vagabond is about. It's about finding your true self. And that's the general concept of Vagabond. I could get into more detail, but I don't really want to spoil it for you guys, because I recommend, honestly, everyone gives this a go. If you don't really like it by the first 3 volumes, I would honestly drop it, because that's the estimate of what Vagabond will be like. So anyway, let's get into some of the strong aspects of Vagabond. First of all, let's talk about the fights. The fights are honestly amazing, man. Like, the adrenaline in each fight, the concept, and the mental battles is not just about physical battling in Vagabond. Mental strength plays a key role in battles, and it doesn't just focus in one mental element such as fear, but many such as sadness, admiration, and many more. Honestly, it's one of the main aspects of Vagabond. Another reason why fights are so great is because of the characters involved in them. The cast of Vagabond is one of the best I've ever seen. Musashi alone is extraordinary, but the fact that there are other characters that can genuinely rival his status as a goated character, such as Kojiro, Takuan, and many more, honestly baffles me to how Inoue can honestly create so many good characters. Like, genuinely, a character may only appear for one arc, but he becomes such an intriguing character just because of the masterful grinding of Inoue. Just to put an example, Kojiro is one of the best characters in manga, and he can't speak. The man legit can't speak, and he's still one of the best characters. If that doesn't speak volumes as to how good Inoue can be with characters, I don't know what will. But honestly, it is one of, if not probably the main strongest aspect of Vagabond. But anyway, let's move on, I don't want to make this too long. Let's talk about the art style. Honestly, my second favorite artist after Miura, and not by long, like, they're both insane. I honestly can't really put one above the other with a lot of confidence. The beauty of his art style, I honestly think, comes from his way of drawing. Unlike many mangaka nowadays, he uses a very old-fashioned way of drawing, and resembles many Japanese painters because of it. Honestly, I think it's one of the main features of his art style, which you can tell from a lot of spreads. But it's not just about the way he does it, but also his skill. He can just portray emotions with such realism. It is genuinely just amazing the detail this man can get on faces. Just look at the panel behind me. Unlike other mangas as well, the quality of Vagabond is just so consistent. Every chapter is so clean and beautiful. And the thing is, the art only gets better and better. Okay, there is a bit of a drop on the last arc, but I genuinely think it's one of the best art styles ever, and it genuinely portrays the emotions of that arc beautifully. And the thing is, it's like God bless Inoue with everything. He has the art and the grinding skills, man. Both match each other, like, both are genuinely extraordinary. And I just don't see how you can't say Vagabond is a masterpiece, man. It is probably one of the best pieces of media I've ever experienced, and it probably always will be. The only real issue is the hiatuses. He hasn't posted a chapter in over 5 years, but Inoue has stated before that he is burnt out on the series, but it is because he doesn't want to ruin the story. He has put out over 300 chapters, which in my opinion is more than enough. If he never ends it, Vagabond will still be a masterpiece. Obviously I do want it to end, but I am happy either way. He's given out enough quality in his life, not just in Vagabond, but with 2 other amazing works. Like, this mangaka is so goated. But to end it, I just want to tell everyone, go read Vagabond. There is nothing to lose from giving it a go, but there is a lot to gain. And I just wanted to thank Inoue for putting out such a masterpiece of a series, and honestly making my year so much better.